Why start your own company, business, or whatever you want to call it with artificial intelligence? I'm going to explain it to you very simply without beating around the bush, without rambling, so you can understand it easily and see that it's the best opportunity. Honestly, I think that out of all the business models that have ever existed, this is the best one, the simplest. And now let's see why. It's not because it's the future and we all know it, that we're going to be replaced by AI, etc., that we're going to lose our jobs. I'm going to explain it. And this phrase, which is quite funny, reveals the unique advantages of creating automated services that generate income while you sleep. It's ironic, but at the same time, it's a bit true and quite funny because imagine you're an AI receptionist, which you provide to a company, and every month they pay you for that AI receptionist. So theoretically, while you sleep, the AI receptionist you've created is working for you, so you're making money. Honestly, it's crazy, but deep down it's true. Alright, so let's look at the first advantage, which is basically low cost and high profit. Another thing is, well, honestly there are too many pros, but we'll also look at the cons and the downsides, which, well, aren't a big deal, but we'll cover them too so you can see what could come up in a future video. But let's get to the important part, low cost, high profits. What does this mean? What you need is a computer, which I assume you already have. If not, that's going to be the only major expense you'll have to get started. Internet, which I'm absolutely sure you have, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video. And third, at most, 2 or 3 platforms which might require a monthly payment, let's say around $50, euros, or your local currency. This could be ChatGPT Plus, which honestly is very useful. But honestly, it's not even necessary. You can use multiple accounts and work around it. That's how I did it at first, for example. Or an N8N, sorry. N8N, which is quite important, is where you'll learn how to create these AI receptionists and actually sell them. And that's basically it, honestly. So we're saying that if you already have a laptop and internet, it'll cost you about $50. It's crazy. Seriously, it's a barrier to entry that's basically eliminated because, well, there is no barrier to entry. Anyone can start this business. That's also a downside, but the truth is not everyone is actually willing to get started. High profit. Literally, you can recover your entire investment and multiply it by 10 with your first client. I mean, you can make anywhere from $1,500 to $5,000 with your first AI receptionist. Obviously, it depends on 2 factors, which country you're selling in and what niche it is. That's it. And at most, well, a third factor could be if you have testimonials, if you already have some previous experience, that can also help a lot, but it's crazy. You have a guarantee of at least $200 to $500 a month just from your first receptionist. It's insane. Seriously. I don't know if you've tried other business models. I've tried dropshipping, trading. Honestly, there's just no comparison. I mean, seriously, the barriers to entry are ridiculous and the profits really. Well, now let's move on to that. In a bit, I'm going to explain much better exactly why it's easy, really easy to get started and make money with this model. Flexible and scalable. Why is it flexible and scalable? You're going to understand it super easily. Literally, you can start this business model no matter where you're watching this video from. You can start selling these receptionists as soon as tomorrow. Every business, every company, every local shop needs artificial intelligence. Those who don't have it are going to be left behind, and those who implement it now are literally going to lead in the future, well, everything. As you already know, those who get in early on anything, crypto, dropshipping, any business model or company, those who implement new things first succeed. I assure you, no one knows this better than entrepreneurs. So everyone wants it, but they don't know how to implement it, how to find someone who knows about this, because I assure you that not even 1% of people right now know exactly how to automate, how to do these kinds of things, simply because they're too lazy to learn. People don't want to sit in front of the computer to learn, even though that's all it takes. It's crazy, but well, understandable. Honestly, I even prefer it, less competition. So as you can see, it's very flexible. You don't need anything physical at all, absolutely nothing. Everything can be online. In fact, right now, I've started everything in the United States, and I'll probably move to Dubai and keep running it from there because there's no issue at all. I can do it without any problems. My developers, who we'll talk about next. Alright, so why is it scalable? I started with this business model a few months ago. Obviously, I had to study everything on my own, I had to start doing everything by myself, and now I can gradually start delegating because I have my own team of developers. So I'm the face of the company, of the agency. I get the clients, I do the meetings, I handle everything, I give them the demo, and then I can delegate it all without any problem to my developer, which means you can pay them either a percentage or a monthly salary. There's no problem at all. This is, in fact, if it's a friend or your business partner, which I actually recommend you get into this world with someone. Obviously, if you have someone close, then start on your own first, and later I assure you that, hey, if you have a friend with the same mindset and you do it together, there's nothing better than that, I promise you. Hopefully, you'll have the chance to do it that way because 2 minds think better than 1. That's not the case. The point is that it's really very scalable with the monthly payments you have, with the automations that can be set up. Just to give you an idea, the biggest automation I've done so far has been $12,000. It's crazy. I mean, I still can't believe I've done this automation. $12,000 for a single automation. It was for a big company, and the automation can get pretty complex. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, but nothing that can't be done. So that's perfect. Do you have to put in hard work? Yes. Now, if you break it down, I don't know. If you want to compare it by the hour, it would come out to, I don't know, around $150, $200 or euros per hour. The hourly rate is absolutely insane. Seriously, it's just crazy. On top of that, the profit margins you get are really, really good. And well, I don't even know what else to tell you. Honestly, you'll discover this for yourself, because I'm sure that if you're here, you're seeing the opportunity that exists with AI. I know you want to get started with this, and honestly, you'll find it out on your own. This isn't made up at all. In fact, there are a lot of people, I know people who've made $50,000 with just one company. That company was obviously quite large, but still $50,000, a single automation with a monthly fee of $3,000 to $5,000. I don't know exactly, but it's definitely around that amount per month. Seriously, it's insane. I mean, it's just crazy. Now, reaching that level is pretty difficult, but still, it's possible. I mean, it's just wild. When I tell you it's highly scalable and very flexible, take it literally because it's ridiculous. Seriously, by your first or second month, you can already start scaling your business and build your own amazing agency, which really can become very well known. You have to aim for the top. If not, this isn't for you. So moving on to how easy it is to get started, I just want to clarify that it's easy to start, not to continue or to study, because well, it has its complexities. You need to have discipline, you need to be clear that it won't be easy. There are no entry barriers, but you do have to study a lot. But I assure you that if you have to understand the basics, so you really get what I mean, everything you're willing to put in front of the computer to study, to take notes on, all of that will be returned to you. There's nothing more to it. Seriously, that's all there is to it. It all depends on you. Everything is in your hands. That's why I love this business model. It's a bit like trading, but without so many years of knowledge and mistakes, which honestly is what would have held me back if I hadn't gotten into this AI thing. Everything you study, you'll apply, you'll learn, you'll make mistakes, but there's really no comparison with everything you need for trading, for example. But with this AI thing, with just 1 month of really dedicating yourself, I assure you that you can already start making a lot of money. So you don't need to know how to program, you don't need to be an expert, you don't need a university degree, you don't need to spend years studying. You just have to really put yourself to the test, trial and error. And above all, if you have a good roadmap to follow, I assure you that in your first month, you'll have your first client guaranteed 100%. And in fact, if you really apply yourself and commit, that's it. There's just no other way. Honestly, there really isn't another way. So now that you've stayed until the end of the video, I want to congratulate you. I truly believe you're going to make it. Honestly, everything points to that because you're genuinely interested in this. Now, don't let imposter syndrome get to you. Don't think this is hard, not at all. Just give it a try. Give it a month, just give it 1 month. If you don't get your first client in a month, stop. If you want, just stop and don't. Well, you know, I'll let you go as far as blaming me, but I assure you it's impossible not to succeed if you do it right. There are many outreach methods which work perfectly and have at least a 1% conversion rate. That 1%, I assure you, is actually a big number when you're sending 1,000 emails a day for a CEO, manager, or someone to reply to you so you can have a Zoom meeting, a call, anything, and close that client. And honestly, I believe in you. Don't stop, keep going all in with this, and I promise it's going to change your life.